everyone, my name is Lauren from West Beach Yoga and Nutrition. Thank you so much for joining me today for this 25-minute full body flow. Today we are going to breathe, we're going to move our bodies and hopefully relieve some of that built up anxiety and stress that we're all experiencing right now. So we are going to get started. All you need is a mat and your body. We're going to get started on our backs in a reclined bound angle pose. So you can sort of just let yourself down gently, maybe pause on your elbows, and then slowly let yourself down onto your back. And just bring the bottoms of your feet together and let your knees gently open to either side. Arms down along your sides, palms facing up towards the ceiling. And just close down the eyes. If this feels too intense on your hips, this is an intense hip opener, then you can just bring your feet to the outer edges of the mat and let your knees rest against each other. So just settle into a position that feels comfortable. We're going to take a few minutes to arrive here. We're going to leave all that noise, all the stress, all the busyness. We're going to leave it at the door, outside the room. Don't let it onto your mat today. And just simply start to bring your awareness to your breath. Don't change it. Just notice it as it flows in and out of your nose. Notice how it feels at the back of your throat. Notice your chest gently rising and falling. Notice the temperature of your breath. Maybe it's cool, maybe it's warm. We're going to start to lengthen the breath. So take a nice deep inhale through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. Fill all the way up. Think about your lungs as a balloon, inflating that balloon fully. When you've fully filled up your lungs, exhale out the mouth. And make a breath, make a sound, and let something go. Take that 3-part breath again on your own. And at this time, you can set an intention for your class. An intention is a word like peace or joy. It can be a mantra, it can be a person. But use that intention as a tool. If you find your mind wandering throughout class, gently bring it back to that intention. Or back to your breath. Or maybe even just back to your body. Body observations are a great way to stay present and focused throughout your practice. From here, if your knees are open to either side, just bring them together. And then hug your knees in towards your chest and gently rock from side to side. And then change the direction, start to rock and roll along the length of the spine, gaining some momentum, coming up into a cross-legged seated position. Bringing your hands to either side of your body. Inhale the right arm up, really reach. Exhale, reach it over to the left. Bending deep into that left elbow, grounding through the right hip. Switching sides, inhale the left arm up, exhale, reaching over to the right. And just start to flow back and forth through these two motions at your own pace with your breath. Awesome. From here, you're gonna bring your hands forward and just roll forward into a tabletop position. Hands under the shoulders, knees are hip width apart. Inhale, lifting the crown of the head and the tailbone up towards the sky, letting the belly droop for cow pose. Exhale, tucking chin and tailbone, rounding the spine, hugging your belly button in towards your spine for cat. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. And again, just flow here at your own pace with your breath. Using this opportunity to look inward. How does your body feel? Focusing on your breathing. Taking one last round here and pausing in tabletop. From here, we're going to step the right foot back and then the left, finding a high plank pose. Hands into the shoulders, press the mat away, creating a dome shape with the upper back. Send the heels right back and turn on that core. So feeling nice and strong here. Inhale, on the exhale, make your way down onto your belly. You can drop your knees down if you'd like. So come right down, and we're gonna lift up onto the forearms, elbows coming directly under your shoulders, fingertips pointing towards the short side of the mat. Just let your lower body be long and relaxed. Let your hips sink into the mat. Inhale, lift your chin just ever so slightly, feeling your heart open. Taking a few nice deep breaths here, maybe closing down the eyes. This is Sphinx pose. And slowly start to come up, send the hips back. Coming into a child's pose for a breath, reaching the arms forward, sitting the hips back over the heels, dropping your forehead down onto the mat. And come back up to tabletop. You're going to tuck your toes under, send your hips up and back, finding downward facing dog. Maybe bringing a little movement here, pedaling one leg, then the other. Now that we've focused ourselves, we're focusing on our breath and our body, we're going to move a little, maybe warm the body a little more, spike our heart rate a little bit. Get that blood pumping to relieve that stress. Walking your hands back towards your feet. Inhale the arms all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Walking out into a high plank. Inhale, exhale, walk the hands back to the feet. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold, and walk it out. Let's do that flow one more time, walking the hands back. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Walking into a high plank. Send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Looking forward, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Inhale to come up. Take a pause in mountain pose. Nice deep inhale and exhale here. Awesome. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height, crossing your right arm over your left, wrapping the forearms, pressing your palms together, gently lifting your elbows away from your chest, eagle arms. If this isn't accessible, just grab onto the opposite shoulder blades and lift your elbows away from your chest. From here, feet are hip width apart. Send the hips right back. So we're going to sit back into a chair pose. Shift your weight into your right leg. Slowly peel that left foot off the mat. Cross your left leg over your right like you're sitting in a chair. Cross-legged in a chair. And then just wrap that left foot around your right leg if you can. You can also keep your left toes touching. This is eagle pose. Squeezing the thighs together. Lots of breath here. One more full breath cycle. Inhale to come out. Coming to the top of your mat. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Send the left leg back, coming into a runner's lunge. So right knee is bent here. Turn and flatten that back foot. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. Clasping the hands behind the back. Inhale to open up through the chest, lifting your hands away from your body. Inhale, exhale, fold, humbling your warrior. Reaching those clasped hands towards the ceiling if that feels okay. Inhale to come up. Exhale, opening up into warrior two. Right knee is tracking over the ankle. Flip your palms, sweep the right arm up and back, reverse warrior. Windmill the arms, extended side angle. So really extending that left arm alongside the ear. Either gently resting that right elbow on the right knee or reaching both arms forward like you're holding on to a big beach ball. Lots of breath here. Pivoting on that back foot, hands come down to frame the foot, stepping right foot back to meet the left, finding high plank. Option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat, slowly coming up to stand. Feeling a little bit warmer. Inhale the arms up to shoulder height. This time crossing left over right, taking eagle arms or stacking the elbows. Sit the hips right back, shifting the weight into the left leg this time. Crossing right over left. You can either touch your toes or wrap that leg. Lift the elbows away, squeezing the thighs. Lots of breath here. Staying focused, staying present. And release. Awesome. Inhale the arms up at the top of the mat. Exhale, fold. Step the right foot back this time, runner's lunge. Turn and flatten that right foot. Inhale the arms up, warrior one. Clasping the hands behind the back. Inhale to open. Exhale, fold, humble your warrior. Inhale to come up. Exhale, warrior two. Left heel should align with the arch of the back foot. Nice and wide stance, sink nice and low. Flip your palm, reverse warrior. Windmill the arms, extended side angle. Option to extend both arms, or you can reach that bottom hand right down to the mat if that feels okay. Pivoting on that back foot. Step left foot back to meet the right, high plank. Option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Lots of breath here. Adjust my mat. Looking forward, bend the knees a lot. Walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Looking down at your feet, bring them nice and close together. And start to bend the knees, sitting your hips right back, so all the weight's in your heels. Inhale the arms up, chair pose. Keeping your rib cage tucked in. Lots of breath here. Hands come to heart center. Inhale, exhale, twisting left. Maybe coming right down, hooking that right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Maybe opening up those arms, feeling a nice stretch in the chest. Inhale back to center. Keeping the left knee bent, step the right leg back. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Dropping that back knee down, uncurling the toes. Inhale to open up through the chest. Exhale, just let those hips sink down towards the mat. Grounding that right hand. Inhale, opening up, reaching the left arm up, easy twist. From here, heel toe that left foot all the way down to the bottom of the mat. Option to keep that right knee down on the mat, or you can stack your feet, or maybe try something kind of interesting. Slide that left foot up onto your leg, so taking a tree pose variation. And release down, high plank. Option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Take a full breath cycle in your down dog. Looking forward, bend the knees a lot. Walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. Feet are close together. Bending through the knees, sit the hips back, reaching the arms up, chair pose. So you should be able to wiggle your toes here, all the weight's in your heels. Hands come to heart center, inhale. Exhale, twisting right. Maybe opening up the arms. Inhale to center, right knee is bent, step the left foot back. Inhale the arms up, crescent lunge. Inhale, exhale, hands come down to frame the foot. Dropping that back knee down, uncurling the toes. Inhale, opening up through the chest, create space to breathe. Exhale, let your hips melt down towards the mat. Grounding the left hand, reach the right arm up, easy twist. Heel toe that right foot all the way down to the bottom of the mat. Taking your side plank variation, maybe stacking, maybe trying that tree pose. Lots of breath. Don't let your mind wander. Stay focused here. This is your time. And come back to high plank. Option to take a flow or downward facing dog. Breathing here. Looking forward, walk or hop your feet to the top of the mat. And staying in your fold, you're just going to heel toe your feet so that they're wide to the outer edges of the mat. And you're going to point your toes out. Slowly start to bend your knees really low. You can use your hands to get down here. Dropping your bum right down as you're coming into a very low, wide squat or a Malasana. Hands come together at heart center. And I like to use the backs of my arms to open up my knees a little bit more. Just feeling a nice stretch in the inner thighs. You can even sort of move back and forth like this. I love this pose. It feels so good, so relaxing. Lots of breath here. Your breath was probably quickened a little, your heart rate was up, releasing some of that stress. And now we're going to slow it down. Take some time to refocus again. Don't think about the rest of the day yet. Stay here. Drop your bum right down onto the mat. And just scooch back a little, straightening the legs. And we're going to cross your right leg over your left leg. So right knee is bent. Hook your right elbow around your right leg. Sorry, other way, left elbow around right leg. Float that right arm behind you. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twisting right. You can turn your head as well, just as far as feels comfortable for your neck. Inhale back to center. Bring the bottom of your right foot to left inner thigh. Sit up nice and high on your sit bones. Left foot is flexed. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinging at the hips. Maybe reaching for that foot or ankle. And don't let your upper body collapse here. This is an active stretch, so reaching the crown of the head towards the top of the foot. Lots of breath here. Inhale to come up. Floating that right hand behind your back again. Lift up onto your right knee. Send the hips up. Reach the left arm all the way back, taking a wild thing variation. Lowering the hips back down. We're going to repeat that whole sequence on the other side. Crossing the left foot over the right this time. Hooking right elbow onto left knee. There we go. Floating that left hand back. Inhale to lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist. Remember that every day is a new beginning. So take a deep breath and start again. Inhale back to center. Bottom of the left foot comes to your right inner thigh. Right foot is flexed. Inhale to lengthen, reaching up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips, reaching for that foot. Inhale and exhale here. Inhale to come up. Floating that left hand behind you again, lifting up onto left knee, sending the hips up, reaching back with that right arm, wild thing. Feeling a stretch all in the side body here. And lowering the hips down. Awesome. Scoot your bum a little bit forward towards your heels. We're slowly going to come down onto our backs. So you can come down nice and slow, one vertebra at a time. From here, you're going to draw your knees in towards your chest. Lift your feet up to the ceiling. Grab onto the outer edges of your feet. And just let your knees fall open towards your armpits. This is happy baby. Maybe swaying back and forth a little here. Just enjoy the openness of this pose. Sink into it. From here, you can take one final pose or posture or movement that you feel your body needs right now. And when you're ready, slowly lengthen out your legs. Rest your arms down along your sides. Find a comfortable place where you can rest in our Shavasana, our final corpse pose. Return to that breathing from the beginning of the practice. Slow the breath. Inhale through the nose, filling the belly, the ribs, the chest. Fill right up. Exhale out the mouth. Let something go. Take that 3-part breath again on your own. remember, we can't control what's going to happen today. The only thing we can control is our reaction. You should be proud of yourself for taking time for self-care, something that's just for you, to leave all the other stuff at the door and just focus on a couple simple things. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste. If you liked this practice today, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button so you don't miss anything from me. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.